Hey, what is up guys, Zoka1923 here, and today's video is going to be once again a Digimon card game video. And in this video we're gonna open the Starter Deck Cocytus Blue. I hope I pronounce it well and not an English native speaker, so feel free to correct me in the comments down below. The last week we opened the ST number 1, so the Starter Deck number 1. You can go up here and check it out if you want, and if you missed it. And now we're gonna open the ST number 2, as you can read in here. Okay guys, so this is of course the deck number 2 that we have, and let's get started. But before we start, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, give a like on the video if you like it, and consider following me also on Instagram and on Facebook. And you can also follow my competitive Yu-Gi-Oh team, the Omnia players, on Instagram as well. You will find all the links in the description box below. So let's get started and let's crack open this big boy in here, and let's take a look at the cards in it. So here we are, and let's take a look at the cards. So once again, as in the previous deck, we got 4 Digi Eggs. You can play a maximum of 5, but once again, the playset for this game is made of 4, so that's the reason why the starter deck is only giving to you 4 copies of the Tsunomon, which is your Digi Egg. Once again, if you missed it, last time Digi Eggs have the white back because they belong to another deck, while all the other cards are with a blue back, and you can play maximum 5 Digi Eggs and exactly 50 cards in your main deck. So let's take a look at the main deck, which is composed by 4 copies of Garumon, which is making a castle with the sand at the seaside. This is amazing. I really love these artworks, and it's super cool also the fact that differentiating this by Yu-Gi-Oh, because this is mainly a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, as you can see in here. If you let me focus on this, there is also the name and surname of the person that worked on this artwork. So it is a cool thing giving credits to the artists, which is something that is still missing in Yu-Gi-Oh, but we already see in games like Magic the Gathering. Then another Digivolution cost 0 is our Gabumon, of course, in the blue deck. We were expecting to see also Gabumon. This card is amazing and reminds me really a lot of my childhood. Let me know also in the comments down below, guys, if you used to watch this show during your childhood. This Gabumon is super cool, and it also has an inherited effect. Then vanilla one here, the Bearmon. Nothing too special about this. Some other 4 copies of this you will find in the starter deck. Then another vanilla monster. Of course, guys, at the beginning of a newborn game you will have a lot of vanillas. Remember Yu-Gi-Oh at the beginning? Yeah, I guess that this is basically the same. So this is the Ikakumon. Also here the artwork is pretty amazing. That's astonishing. And once again, we are talking only about common cards. So I'm waiting to open some boxes to see some different rarities and different artworks. Then 2 copies of Garumon. I don't know why, also in the other deck, and I guess also in the yellow one, we only have a couple of, which is considered to be, in my opinion, one of the most important monsters. But that's it. So we have 2 Garumons, level 4, with play cost 5 and 4k DP. The inherited effect is when attacking, trash the Digivolution card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. So the strategy for this deck, if I'm not mistaken, is to trash the cards in the Digivolution pile of the opponent in order to gain some other effects. And what I want to remind you is that the inherited effect, so the one that you find in this box at the bottom, is not the effect of the card itself, but that's the effect that a card that you will put over this card will gain. Okay guys, because the effect of the card itself, I'm gonna show you now, is the one that you can find in this top box in here, for example of the Grizzlymon. Okay, so this is the inherited effect at the bottom, and this is the effect of the card itself. And once again, exactly like the red starter deck, we got 4 blockers. The blocker is able to, of course, block one attack of the opponent, which is directed to the security zone. By tapping this monster, you will redirect that attack in order to save one of your securities. Then, first rare, Where Garumon. This is so cool. Look at this, guys. 4 copies also of Where Garumon. Play cost 7 for 7 KDP once again. And this card has a cool inherited effect. While your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards, this Digimon will gain 1 security attack. So basically, it will give the possibility to another Digimon evolved this one to attack twice. The condition is, once again, that the opponent should not have any Digivolution cards. So that's the reason why we have some other cards that are able to trash those Digivolution cards. Then we got 4 copies of the Zudomon. This is pretty cool, and once again this card will trash 2 Digivolution cards when Digivolved on another monster, which is pretty cool and really synergic with our strategy. Then the first rare that we find in here, no, it's the second rare, is the Plasiomon, which is a really huge one, once again with 2 KDP, play cost of 10, but if you Digivolve this on another monster, you will just pay 2. And it's a vanilla monster, but the artwork is super amazing in my opinion. And then what is not vanilla? Here is Metal Garurumon. Look at this bad boy, guys. Of course, it's the same you will find in the cover of the starter deck box. This is amazing. And the effect is pretty easy and reads as follow. Once per turn, unsuspend this Digimon. So when attacking, basically you can unsuspend it and attack it once again, or deciding to keep this in not rest mode, not tapped mode, so it cannot be attacked by the opponent. Then moving on to Tamers, we only have one, which is the Matt Ishida. This card is pretty cool. It will let you gain an important memory. Then the Hammer Spark. This card seems broken in Yu-Gi-Oh terms, as you can see. Play cost 0, gain 1 memory. That's pretty crazy. Of course, it's not once per turn. And then the other options in here, Sorrow Blue. It doesn't let attack and doesn't let block a Digimon of the opponent. Then 2 copies of Kaiser Nail and 2 copies of Cocytus Breath. And that's it. So with these cards, we're wrapping up the second starter deck, the Cocytus Blue. This is pretty cool. I love it because I love the water archetype, and I love, of course, the Gabumon, the Metal Garurumon, and all these amazing cards that reminds me of the childhood. So that's basically it for today, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what do you think about this Digimon content on the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and don't miss the opportunity to check also the last and third starter deck that I will upload next week. And see you in the next one.